Hello, lovely people of York. No, not of York, of anyone who's watching. Viv going live from York. This just shows you what happens when you do a crazy brain thing in the afternoon and yeah, whatever. So I did this fantastic thing this afternoon. My friend came round and she did a Alpha-Theta neural feedback thing, which meant having things stuck on my head so that she could watch my brainwaves. And I'd asked her to do this quite a while ago, and it's taken a while for us to actually sort it out. Because I like to know what's going on when I'm doing things. And obviously, most of you all know I'm a shamanic practitioner, which means I go on shamanic journeys to go and talk to my spirits about various things that are going on in my life. Or if you come and see me as you can have a healing session with me. And when I heard what this person could do and how they could watch what my brain was doing, I was like, oh, I've got to have a go at that, because I wanted to see what if my brain does different things when I'm relaxing to when I am going on a shamanic journey. I was also really intrigued because twice now my daughter has taken part in a York University sleep study and again had electrodes all over her head, and they measured her brain waves and stuff, and my son's done it once as well. And I'm a bit of a geek, you might know. I used to work in computer programming. I love all that sort of stuff. So I actually got to do it today, and it was great because I just got to relax. So for 15 minutes I was just relaxing and she was watching what my brain waves were doing, and basically I can go into a deep meditative state, or that's what she said, very quickly, which is interesting. And I wondered if that's because when I lie down during the day, I tend to think I'm going to be going on a shamanic journey. It's not something I don't normally sleep during the day. So to me, the minute I lie down, I think, oh, I'm going on a journey. But I just relaxed for those 15 minutes. And I was told that my alpha and theta waves crossed my delta, which means that I relaxed really, really quickly, which was interesting. But then she prompted me at 15 minutes in to then go on a shamanic journey for 15 minutes to see if that made a difference to what was happening with my brainwaves. And it did, and was very interesting. It was markedly different. So my theta dropped a lot, and normally your theta stays with your alpha. And I might try and get her to explain all this below, because I really don't know what I'm talking about. But my alpha and theta separated more than she sees usually in people, which means I was using my brain but holding a deep meditative state at the same time, which to make when she explained that made total sense, because that's sort of what a journey is. I'm going off to talk to my spirits, and I can see that would come across as a meditative state, but I'm actually actively controlling where I'm going. But it was really, really interesting to actually have that sort of recognised in two very distinct brainwave patterns. Obviously I had to take her word for it, because I really didn't know what I was looking at afterwards. I hope you like the filter I've put on my live, by the way. This is my brain. But it basically means there was a very marked difference, like a seriously marked difference between the first 15 minutes when I was just relaxing and the second 15 minutes when I was going on a shamanic journey. And I just think that's really interesting. So I just thought I'd share that with you because, well, it interested me because I'm a bit of a geek and I like to know what's going on. And I wanted to know, is there something different going on when I'm journeying? Because I feel there is. I don't feel it's just like meditation or mindfulness or anything, or that I'm just imagining stuff. Because when I was relaxing for the first 15 minutes, your mind just goes off. When you're relaxing, your mind just goes off and wanders. So I was thinking things I was thinking about not journeying, so that was an interesting one. And I was thinking about, the shopping list and what I should be doing and what I was doing tomorrow, and that my husband's not home this evening and my daughter's a bit ill and what I've got going on, blah, blah, blah. So my mind was thinking for the first 15 minutes, even though I was relaxing. But the minute she told me to go and journey, obviously I did what I normally do when I journey. I set an intention as to what I wanted to ask my spirits. I journeyed to the tree that I go to start my journey, and then I went, and I did it without the drumming, although I was tapping on on my leg, because obviously I normally journey to drumming, but this didn't allow that to happen because there was various things going on in the background. And obviously that is obviously picked up very, very different brainwaves. So I just thought I'd share that because I found it really fascinating, and I'm tempted to maybe do another one slightly differently if I can, if my friend is up for that, because I'm just intrigued whether it would be the same if I was sitting up as opposed to lying down, because that's something I want to experiment with, and just because I'm a geek. But I just thought it was great to know that my theta and alpha brainwaves did very different things when I was relaxing to when I was journeying, and it looked very different to what it had at the beginning. So I just thought I'd share that. If you want to know any more about journeying, now you know that actually it does have significant impacts, and you are actually doing, because people quite often think, am I just imagining it when they go on a journey? Now my reply to that would be, does it really matter if you're imagining it? If you stated an intention to go and journey to see your spirits and ask for advice, does it matter if you're imagining what's happening? I think what I was shown today gives a clear indication that it wasn't just my imagination, because I was thinking things in the first part of that, and it was very different from the second part when I was actually journeying. So if you want to know more about learning to journey, I am planning on doing some introduction classes in the new year probably, because I actually think it's a really useful thing to do. And I've mentioned before on other things that you can journey on very significant stuff. So I do shamanic coaching, where you can go really in depth with 3 lots of journeying into a really deep issue you've got in your life, or something you want a lot of clarity on. But you can, I do little journeys on, what holiday should I go on next year, and get some advice for that. So it's really good for stuff you want to do. So I do a lot of stuff around my business, like when should I be doing my intro classes, when should I open, I'm thinking of doing like a VIP group for people who want to do a bit more with their, once they've learned to journey, do a bit more with their journey. So I'm doing a lot of journeying around that sort of stuff for me, where I'm going with my business. I do quite a lot of stuff around clearing the ring road where I live. I live in York, and we've got a ring road, and I like to clear that shamanically, so I do journeys around that. I do journeys every time there's a festival, so I follow the sort of the Celtic Wheel festival, which has the autumnal equinox, the solstices, the equinoxes, and then the festivals that go in between. So I do journeys around all that stuff. So if you want to know more about that stuff, just get in touch with me. I'm thinking of doing that in the new year, but I need to get my dates sorted and decide whether I'm going to do weekend courses, or I think I'm probably going to do evening courses. But I just thought it was nice to share with you that obviously when I'm journeying, my brain is doing very different things to when I'm just imagining or relaxing. I think it's quite nice to know that something actually is going on, and it can be seen on this Alpha-Theta neural feedback thing. I'm hoping that Kirsten's going to post below about if anybody wants to go and do a session with her. I know she's really busy, but it was really interesting to hear. And it does more things than what I've said. I was just being nosy because I wanted to know, is there a difference between relaxing and imagination and actually going on a shamanic journey? And it was super awesome to find out that it is. And I hope that's coming across, because I was really excited about it, which is why I've done a live on it, because it's a bit of a weird thing to do a live on, just to tell you that my brain does different things when it's shamanically journeying to when it's not. But I thought it's just, if you're a geek like me, it's nice to know I am actually doing, well, my brain is actually doing something significantly different. And Kirsten found it really interesting, because she said she's never quite seen that big difference between the theta and alpha being separate. She said that's not normal. Or I suppose it could just be that I've got an abnormal brain, but I don't think it is. I think something really exciting is going on when I journey, and I know that from my own personal experience. But I thought I'd share with you that there is something exciting going on when somebody shamanically journeys. So I just thought I'd share that. Get in touch if you want to know about the intro classes I'm thinking of doing, if you want to learn to journey as well. I'd love to share that with you. Okay, everybody, take care. Bye.